talk about chain tensioners. We're going to need 2 chain tensioners for this project for the first 2 axles. The third one's being handled by the PMA and the turnbuckles and the super swivel. Okay. What you're seeing in this picture right here, right now, is a high-end kind of professional grade chain tensioner. Okay. It's got teeth on it here that interlock. This bolt puts these 2 black pieces together. This piece here actually threads in there. Okay, you thread it in. It's got an oiler on it. Okay. And then you have the idler itself. This one has a roller bearing inside of it, and then there's a collar that goes over the top of it. So this goes on here, like so, and then you put your collar on there, or your split lock collar on there. Okay. Comes in three different components. You purchase these 2 components together as one order. Then this you order separate, and then these 2 come in another order. So it's 3 different part numbers. Okay, $100. Forget about it. Big money. Way too expensive, because we want to keep this project affordable to as many people as possible. Okay, I've seen on YouTube different ways of going about chain tensioners. Some of them are very simple, work great, but a lot of them use a spring, and we can't use a spring on this project. We got to make sure our chain tensioner is not going to move. It needs to be adjustable, but once it's adjusted, it can't move. So I came up with an idea. We're going to use aluminum plate, which is 3/8 of an inch thick aluminum plate. I'm going to go through the details real quick. The plate is 3 1/4 inches square. Okay. There are 4 holes, 1 in each corner. Those are the mounting holes. Okay. They are a 1/2 inch in from the side and a 1/2 inch down. So once you cut your let me just take a look at this and make sure I know what I'm talking about here. Yeah, 1/2 inch in, 1/2 inch down. Okay, so 1/2 inch in the upper left-hand corner is 1/2 inch from the left and 1/2 inch down. That's the center of your hole. Okay, and the hole is a 1/2 inch hole because we're going to use 1/2 inch threaded rod. Okay. Same thing with the hole in the upper right-hand corner. Same thing with the hole in the lower right-hand corner, and obviously the lower left-hand corner. Okay, all those holes get the same dimension. Okay, 1/2 inch in, 1/2 inch hole. Okay, then we have 2 columns of holes. Okay, starting from the upper left, working from left to right, we're going to go 1 3/16 inches of an over. 1 3/16. Okay, which is right here. I marked it. I did the same thing in the bottom. 1 3/16 inch over. I marked it. Okay, simple. Take a ruler, connect the 2 dots. You got yourself your first column. Okay. We're going to make a series of 4 holes. They're 1/2 inch diameter holes from top to bottom. The first hole from the very top line is a 1/4 inch down. Okay. Then from there you're going to go another 1/4 inch. That's going to be the center of your hole. And then from there another 1/4 inch. That's the bottom of your hole. Okay. So at the center you put your drill bit in the center. You drill your hole. Okay. Then you just repeat the process. 1/4 inch down from the bottom of that top hole. That would be the top of your next hole. Another 1/4 inch down gives you the center of the second hole. Another 1/4 inch down gives you the bottom of the second hole. Again, you put your drill bit right on the middle of that, and you drill it out. Okay. You just repeat the process. Okay. Now column 2, as you can see here, is another column. It only has 3 holes, and as you can tell, these are staggered compared to the first column. Right? They're right between the other holes. Okay. This one, same thing, except you're starting from the right and working left at the top line. 1 3/16 of an inch over. Okay. But in this case, you're going to come down from the top line 5/8 of an inch. That's the top of your first circle or first hole. Then from there, it's a 1/4 inch to the center, and another 1/4 inch to the bottom of the hole. Okay. Obviously, you drill in the center point. From the bottom of that first hole, you go down a 1/4 inch. You get the top of your next hole. Same process as before. 1/4 inch down gives you the center of the hole. 1/4 inch down gives you the bottom of the hole. Obviously, you're going to drill right in the middle. And then you just repeat the process one more time for the third hole at the bottom. We don't have 4 holes on this column. We just have 3. Okay, that's the details of the hole pattern. Okay, so now the reason why I think this is going to work really well is since we're using threaded rod, to mount this onto the side of the box, the threaded rod with some fender washers and nuts and lock washers gives us total adjustability. So I can adjust this plate as close as I want to the side of the box or as far out from the side as I want. That's what the threaded rod's really good about. Inexpensive way to deal with distances. Okay, so I'm basically building a standoff. The plate's going to be standoff from the side. Okay, and then the holes in the middle, I'm just going to mount, you know, a 1/4 inch threaded rod through there, or maybe just half inch, or maybe a 1/2 inch bolt, but probably be threaded rod. And then I'll just take my idler. Okay, it won't be the same as one you're seeing here because this is too big of a hole, but I'll order an idler from Azusa that has a 1/2 inch bore on it. It has its own internal bearing. Okay, I'll just put it on a 1/2 inch threaded rod. Okay, I'm going to stick it through one of these holes. And that's it. I'll see if the chain, you know, at the top would be obviously, or even the bottom, depending on where, I'll probably mount this below it. So the bottom will be the tightest hole. Okay, somewhere in the middle will be the loosest, or maybe even that one. If none of these holes give me the tension I want, I'll move over to these holes because they're staggered. So basically, I have a really good granular adjustment all the way up, right? I have granular control over how tight or loose I want the chain to be, so it should work. There are some simpler approaches, but like I said, I can't have a spring on this, so I need it to be solid mounted. Okay, I'm going to build 2 of those plates. Then I got to figure out how to mount them on the side. So I'll have to drill into the plates again, disassemble everything, but getting them mounted in the proper spots can be pretty critical. Okay, so that's it for now. Just wanted to show that. This will be part 1 of chain tensioner, and then when I'm done getting the plates mounted and everything on there, I'll do part 2. All right, later.